I'm so happy that you're with us this morning, and I want to welcome you, boys and girls, to church this morning. And this isn't even what I was going to talk to you about this morning, but one of the really interesting things to learn about these weird times is that the church isn't just a building, it's not just a time that we meet together each Sunday. The Bible says that the church is actually you and me. And so we can be the church wherever we are, and we can be the church together this morning. So I'm Mr. Mullen, and my grandkids, they like to call me Poppy, or some people call me Coach James, or Coach, or Jamie, or whatever you'd like to call me. But for as long as I can remember, I've loved to talk to boys and girls, to get them to think about themselves and their world, and how to make themselves and the world more complete and more the way that God wanted them to be. Now, I know that some of you have parents who are teachers and professors, so it's really hard for me to talk to an empty room. So I've kind of got together a little bit of an audience together. First thing I've got is I've got my little power dogs or panda paws or what? Oh, they're Paw Patrol, that's right. Okay, and I've got them together, and I've got my little dog, Patrick. He's listening very intently. And my son, Jordan, has agreed to be part of my audience here this morning. So we're going to welcome him along with all the other boys and girls. And one of the things that you may not know about me is that I own 5 horses. And horses are great, and you can do all kinds of fun things with them. One of the things that Mimi and I, and Mimi is what the grandkids call my wife, we like to go into the woods and we ride all through the woods and the fields, and we have a great time on our horses. But there is one downside to owning horses, and that is that horses create an unbelievable amount of horse dookie. And for the last 8 years, it's been my job almost every single day to go over to the barn and shovel a mountain of horse dookie. Now, for those of you who don't know how to relate to that, let me give you something that you can compare to. If you can think about your baby brother's or baby sister's yucky diaper and multiply that by about 1,000, that's what it's like to shovel out horse dookie every Sunday. Now, I think that deserves a big ooh. So when I count to 3, I need the biggest ooh you can give me. 1, 2, 3. Ooh! And you can understand why, when I have to face that every day, why sometimes I just want to take a day off. And so on the rare occasion that I've tried that, it feels so good not to go over to the barn and have to shovel that all out every single day. But here's the problem. The next day, I go over to the barn, and there is such a mountain of horse dookie that it takes me more than twice as much to shovel it out. Now, you math people can figure out why it takes more than twice as much to do 2 days' work, but it does. And so I've learned that the only way to go about it is to do a little bit every day to clean up the horse stalls, and then it makes my life so much easier. Now, I bet there's some things that even though you don't own horses, I bet you can relate to. And one of them is this. How many of you, and I want to see hands, just love to clean your room? Now, I thought so. Now, parents, raise your hand. How many of you have a child who does not like to clean his room? I see those hands. A room is kind of like a stall. And when you have a clean room, it's pretty easy to just take that cup of milk and take it to the kitchen or to pick up that one set of socks. But if you leave your room for a day or a week or even a month, pretty soon the job is so overwhelming that you don't even know how to go about cleaning your room. And you just end up walking across clothes across your room, and it's terrible. What I really wanted you to think about this morning is the fact that our hearts and our minds, what some people call our souls, are a little bit like a horse stall and your room. And it's really important to keep your soul clean. So that when you do one little thing wrong, maybe you lie to your mother when she says, "Who did that?" And you say, "Not me." Or when you're not kind to a friend, or you don't share, it's really important that every single day you clean up your soul. There's a really wise man in the Bible that says, "Don't let the sun go down on your anger." And that's really good advice for mommies and daddies, but it's really good advice for kids too. And what that means is that if you do something wrong or you make a mistake, it's really important to make sure that you clean that up as fast as you can so it doesn't build up. One of the saddest things that I watch are boys and girls and older people that let their lives get so dirty that they don't even know how to make their room clean again. So take care of the little things. Say you're sorry when you need to. Tell people that you didn't mean it when you did something wrong. And one of the best things that I can share with you this morning is that God tells us that if we're willing to come to Him and we're sorry for what we did and really not want to do it again, it says in the Bible that He will make us completely clean. He'll make us so clean that we'll be as white as snow. And we know a little bit about snow in April around here. So today, I just want to wish you a great day, and I want to thank you so much for joining me for this little children's message. And I want you to remember that God is always running to you with His arms wide open, and He loves